Hello everyone. So today we're gonna study about matching. So let's see some definition. And what is the definition of matching? This says that set of non-adjacent edges. It means this is a collection of edges which are not adjacent to each other. So let's see. Let's say this is the graph G, and let's see some matching. Okay. So M1 says the M1 contains two edges that is B and E. So you can see this is B and this is AG, and you can say that B and E are not adjacent, so we can take it. Like M2 says it contains F and B, so you can see F and B are non-adjacent, so we can take it. And in case of M3, you can say it contains A and G, so A and G are not adjacent, so this is one matching. We can consider another thing, that is C and G and F. Let's see this is matching or not. So C and G are not adjacent, but you can see F and G are adjacent because they share one common vertex, so this is not a matching. Okay, this much is clear. Let define some terms, that is maximal and minimal. Maximal says that no proper superset has a property. It means if anything having any property and no proper superset of that set doesn't have the property, then we can consider as the maximum element. Okay, or in case of minimal element, it says no proper subset has the property. It means any subset any subset of any set doesn't contain that property. It means that set contains the that set is the minimal element or minimal set. Okay, let's see some definition of matching number. So we define as like alpha dash. So what does he say? Maximum number of non-adjacent edges. It means that in a graph, the maximum number of non-adjacent edges exist in a graph. That number we can consider as the matching number, and this is very important. This property you can see in many competitive exams, and this is also very much useful for your university exams also. So let's define some matching here. Okay, so we can say it another way, like this calls the maximum number of non-adjacent edges. And little times ago we defined set of non-adjacent edges as matching, so we can say it like the maximum matching, or a matching that contain maximum number of edges that is equivalent to the matching number. I think you have get my point. Okay, so let's define some matching over here. So we can take A, E, I. Okay, A, E, I, that are non-adjacent edges. We can take A, E also. This is another matching. Let's say we can take D, I, B. Okay, these things. Okay, so the number of edges that M1 contain is 3. The number of edges M2 contain is 2. Okay, the number of edges M3 contain is 3. So you can try every possible order, and the matching number is, we are getting the maximum, that is 3. So we can define that for this graph alpha dash is equal to 3. Okay, I think you have understood this point. So alpha dash for this graph is 3. Okay, now we define some another concept, that is edge covering. Okay, so what does the edge covering means? It says that set of edges covers all the vertices of a graph is called edge covering. It means set of graphs edges that covers at least all the vertices, then the set of edges are called the edge covering. Okay, so let's see if we can define any edge covering for that. Okay, for this vertex we can take any of those, A or B. I am taking A. Then for this vertex we can take B, C or D. We can take D. Okay, this vertex is already covered by A. For this vertex we can take this vertex is also covered by D, so we don't need to take it. For this vertex we can take either F or G, so I am taking F. So this is one edge covering. There are many edge covering possible, like if you take every edge shown, then also that is a edge covering, like A, B, C, D, E, F or G. Every we can take every edges, and this is also edge covering. It doesn't say anything about the number maximum or minimum. It says the set of edges that covers all the vertices of a graph. So this is edge covering. Next, the important terms come, that is edge covering number, or this is denoted with the symbol beta dash. Okay. So it says minimum number of edges that can cover all the vertices, plus if any isolated vertex exists, that number of that is added to the number, and we can finally conducted the edge covering number, that is beta dash. Okay. So in this graph there is no isolated vertex exist, so we are not bothering about the isolated vertex. So let's find some edge covering of it. Okay, we can take A, D, F, we can take A, D, F and H. Okay, we can take A, E, I. Okay, anything we can take, like C, G, E, D, H. Okay, so these are some edge covering, like using A we can cover these two vertex, using D we can cover this vertex, using F we can cover these two vertex, and using H we can cover this vertex, using A, E, I. Using A we can cover these two vertex, using E we can cover these two vertex, and using I we can cover these two vertex. Similarly for this. So what is the minimum? So this has contain 4, this contain 3 edges, and this contain 5 edges. So what is the minimum? This is 3. So we can define that beta dash for this graph is 3. Now very important point comes, that is properties. So if we can remember this property, this much is very much useful for your exam. So we can define the first property like that: the edge covering number must be between n minus 1 to n by 2, where n is a number of vertices. We can also prove this. So this vertex content, what is the number of vertex it has? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so beta dash is greater than equal to n by 2, that is 3, and less than equal to, that is n minus 1, that is 5. So, and we define that beta dash is 3. So this satisfies this concept. Okay, now the next property says that alpha dash plus beta dash is equivalent to n. Okay, so what is the so this graph and this graph is same graph. Okay, so for this graph beta dash is 3 and alpha dash is also 3, that we have already calculated. So this is alpha dash and this is beta dash. So this is our matching number, this is our edge covering number, and these two must the summation of these two must give the number of vertex in a graph. So in this case we can also prove that alpha dash plus beta dash, that is equal to 3 plus 3, and this gives 6, and that is equivalent to n. So we can prove with our example. Okay, so this is another special term, like that for bipartite graph the alpha dash is equal to beta dash. What is bipartite graph? I have explained in the first videos. And the next thing we can say that alpha dash always less than or equal to beta dash. So these are some properties of matching number, edge covering, and edge covering number. So in the next we have perfect matching. So this I can say this is very, very important topic. So let's see what is the definition of perfect matching. So it says this is a matching. First of all, it need to be a matching, okay, which can cover all the vertices. This means this need to be a matching, and that can cover all the vertices is called the perfect matching. Okay, so let's see one example. So this is our graph. This is the graph that we have. Let's give the name of the edges like A, B, C and D. So let's define some matching. Okay, that means the set of non-adjacent edges like AC, or we can take BD. Okay, so using AC we can say like A covers these two vertex, C covers these two vertex, so we can say this is a perfect matching. Okay, now M2, this contains B and D, so B covers these two vertex and D covers these two vertex, so this is also a perfect matching. So M1 and M2 are the perfect matching for this graph. Okay, so let's see some properties of perfect matching. Okay, so it says if a simple graph G with n vertices, okay, has a perfect matching, okay, then n must be even. It means if any graph having a perfect matching, then it must contain the even number of vertices. Okay, if it contains odd number of vertices, then a graph cannot contain any perfect matching. I can give you an example. Okay, so this is one graph with n equal to 3. Let's see it can have any perfect matching or not. So these are the names of the edges. So we can take A. Okay, this covers these two vertex. If we need to cover this vertex, we have to take either B or C, but B is adjacent to A, similarly C is adjacent to A, so we cannot take anything. This is a matching, but this doesn't contain the perfect matching, so we can prove this by this example. So this is the one directional formula. The reverse way is not true. It doesn't mean that if n is even, it definitely contain a perfect matching. Okay, we can prove this. Let's say this is the graph and I am just adding this edge. Okay, this is E. Okay, so the number of vertex for this graph is 4, but now say let us consider if we can take any perfect matching for this or not. Okay, so let's say I am taking A, this takes this vertex, and I can take, and I am adding another vertex, that is F, and let's say we can take C or not. We cannot take C because A and C are connected, so we can say this is not possible to take any perfect matching even if n is even. Okay, so there is another formula for this, like number of perfect matching for K2n. What is K? K is the complete graph, okay, with 2n number of vertices, that is 2n factorial by n factorial into 2 power n. Okay, this is the number of perfect matching present in a complete graph with even number of vertices. Okay, now the third property says that the number of perfect matching with even number of vertices for a cycle is 2. If any cycle contain even number of vertices, then the number of perfect matching for any cycle is 2. Like for this graph that we have taken, that has exactly two perfect matching. Okay, so this is true for any number of cycles. Okay, so number of perfect matching for a tree. What do you mean by tree? Tree is a not acyclic connected graph. So for that, and it doesn't contain any cycle, and this must be connected. So the perfect matching for a tree is 0 or 1, and I will make separate video on tree. This is some important topic in the field of computer science. So is 0 or 1. So it contains the 0 number of perfect matching if n is odd, that we have already proven, and if it has even number of vertices, then it will only contain one perfect matching. Okay, and the fifth property says that a graph has a perfect matching if and only if n is equivalent to 2 into matching number. Okay, So let's prove this. For this graph, n is 4, and let's suppose what is alpha dash. Okay, so alpha dash we have proven that alpha dash is 2, so we can say like n is equal to 2 into alpha dash, that is 2 into 2, that is 4, and we have proven that n is equal to 4. So these are the some properties of perfect matching. That is all. Thank you.